what is going on? What is going on? Happy Tuesday. Let me get it right. We on a Tuesday. I got my tea here, or you got your coffee. Either one is fine. But we are going to get into it, and we are going to get into it, and we're going to talk about it. But hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Keep the stove on by sending a super chat, Venmo, or PayPal. You can join the food group on Facebook, Foodiegang fan page. Follow me on my social media platforms. How is everybody doing? Okay, so I was telling y'all I wasn't feeling that great yesterday. And I'm gonna fix my hair, y'all. Cause y'all know my hair normally be done. Your girl been going through it. So I got some medicine. I'm feeling better. And shout out to Liliana in the building already. She said, "Good morning, best friend. Good morning. What did you cook today? Because I know you've been cooking already." What? Still getting over that sore throat, y'all. Okay, so I got some coffee right here, but normally I have tea. But today I do have coffee. Um, okay, so while we have our tea, we like to do our hot topics. We played a little video for y'all. Hold on.
Please hold for a very important message.
So there you have it. There you have it. Hey, El Chipo, how are you doing? How are you doing? Oh, you know what? I need to move my mouse to the other side. That's the problem. Okay, so y'all know we've been talking about the G Money Little Ronnie situation with the little girl that was unfortunately gunned down at the car wash. Unfortunately, there have been a lot of stuff that has happened in that story, and then if you go to this video, it'll tell you a little bit more about the backstory. Um, but it's been all over social media. It's been blowing up, getting a lot of steam. But how is everybody doing today? I don't know why my jacket look cricket. Okay, there we go. There we go. I was like, why does my jacket look cricket? Okay, so in the whole G Money, Lil Ronnie situation, there's been a lot that's been going on. And one of the names that has been mentioned is Lil CJ Casino. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I didn't know who any of these people were. So I had to go do my research and figure out who was who, what was going on. So this is what I've come to the conclusion of who these people are. I put together a video. We're going to talk about it today. We're also going to talk about tariffs on Canada. There's been a lot of back and forth between the US and Canada about these tariffs and also with Mexico. And shout out to G Honda. What's going on, G Honda? What's going on? I'm having a wardrobe malfunction. What's going on, G Honda? So there's been a lot of back and forth about the tariffs on Canada. So we're gonna talk about that. We're also, for the first time, we're gonna talk about Dr. Umar on this channel. We don't normally talk about him. Dr. Umar is in his own section. A lot of people, well, I was talking to my sister the other day, and she actually did not know who Dr. Umar was. I was like, what? So some call Dr. Umar a scammer, some call him an activist. I don't know, but we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. And now people said me neither, meaning that you've never heard of Dr. Umar. I have. I remember Dr. Umar from him going on the Breakfast Club. He went on the Breakfast Club a couple of times, and that's where I first learned of him. Look, Gianna out here being messy. But a lot of people say he's a Cash App scammer, and the evidence does look a little fishy about Dr. Umar. I'm just gonna say, Sukihana, all the beautiful black women, all the cash apps, and the school has been not built, or it's supposed to be being built. That is what he's saying, to be able to get these cash apps, to be able to support his school. FDMG, I forget what it stands for. I forget what it stands for. If anybody knows what Dr. Umar's school stands for, let us know. And she was said, I don't know who and what he is until now. Well, actually quite surprised to hear that, but my sister never heard of him either. I think if you're on YouTube, you have more than likely heard of Dr. Umar. Do you know who Dr. Umar is, Angela? Hey, Angela, how are you doing? We are just getting here, just getting started. We're talking about all the hot topics that we're going to discuss today. So we're going to talk about the G Money Little Ronnie case, some breaking developments. And then we're gonna talk about tariffs from Canada, and then Dr. Umar and daughter beef explained. And El Chipo was just telling us that she did not know who Dr. Umar was, and neither did my sister. So, but if you're on YouTube, you're on social media, you know who Dr. Umar is. Yes. Um, Angela says the so-called Prince of Pan-Africanism. One thing I will say is Dr. Umar is very slick. Can y'all hear me okay out there? Dr. Umar is very slick, meaning that he gets away with a lot if you really think about everything that he has going on. He gets away with a lot. I think we can all agree on that. But Dr. Umar got a lot going on. And then he says he's the King Kong of consciousness. Is that what he says? And then everything he says, he repeats it 3 times so that the audience can understand it. And he says he's a doctor. Some people say he's not. But Dr. Umar is very slick, and the ladies love Dr. Umar. They love Dr. Umar. He love him too. But let me get the we got to hop into the content like we done read the disclaimer and we haven't. Okay, y'all. Yes, the ladies love Dr. Umar. A couple of months ago, y'all know it's tea time. We're gonna get into it. A couple of months ago, I think he was seeing Suki Hana. I think he was seeing Suki Hana. Are y'all ready? We're gonna get into it. Okay, let me get this situated, y'all. Let me get this situated. Okay, let me get this situated. Okay. All right. Let's go with the disclaimer. Welcome to 907 Good Eats Kitchen Talk with Chef Big Bank. Please note that the information provided on our channel, including commentary and discussions, is for informational, educational, and entertainment purposes only. Comments and opinions expressed are those of the individuals and not those of 907 Good Eats. While we strive to provide accurate and up to date information, we cannot guarantee its completeness, reliability, or accuracy. The use of the information provided on this channel is strictly at your own risk. We do not claim ownership of any third party content featured on our channel. All third party content is the intellectual property of the respective owners, and we respect their rights. Viewer discretion is advised for all content. Okay, we got that out of the way. Let's see what we talking about. Let's see what we talking about. Sorry, y'all. Somebody trying to talk to me. Okay, so there was a breaking development in the G Money Lil Ronnie case. There's more that came out about the suspects. So let me get that pulled up. All right. Let me just hit y'all with the tea time real quick. And then we're gonna get right into the content. Let me take this off.
Please hold for a very important message.
Okay, we got Angela, what's up? What's up, Angela? Angela said Dr. Umar claims to be an expert on a number of Black issues, in particular the educational needs of Black boys. And there is nothing wrong for him speaking on these issues, but once you speak on the issues, we're gonna look at you like, okay, well, what are you doing to fix it? Besides pointing it out? What are you actively doing to fix that problem? And right now, because he's been talking about that school for years, and I heard 15 years. Correct me if I'm wrong, somebody, but he's been talking about that school for years. And so now we're looking at you like, well, what you got going on? Because you've been getting donations to build this school for a long time. And when we get to that section, I'm going to play some videos that are going to be explosive. So stick around to the end. And I heard Dr. Umar is under investigation. Now, this is all allegedly, but I heard Dr. Umar is under investigation. I heard Dr. Umar is under investigation. I had to say it 3 times like Dr. Umar. Shout out Dr. Umar. But you know what? Dr. Umar is good. He been scamming for a long time. He know what he doing. He know what he doing. Okay, so I'm gonna pull that video up for y'all. Okay, y'all. Here we go. Let's see. Get into it. Oh, I wasn't even ready. I don't know why I did this. I ain't even ready. Okay. It's the wrong button. Here we go.
The shooting at a Forest Hill.
Okay, let me see. Let me make sure the sound is right. Okay, so this is an update to what is going on in the G Money Little Ronnie case. And this is more about the suspects that were captured as of recently. Both of them have been captured as of now. And this situation is about a week old, so a lot has been happening.
Car wash that killed a father and his 5-year-old daughter. Both suspects are in custody for capital murder after that shooting 1 week ago today. Fox 4's Dion Anglin is live with what those court documents reveal. Dion?
Hi there, Hannah. Disturbing details from court documents today, yet still no clear motive has been laid out.
Adonis Robinson, arrested in Polk County on Thursday, is now in the Tarrant County Jail. On Friday, 21-year-old Jacoby Russell was also booked into the jail. Both men are facing capital murder charges in the Forest.
That is wild, but I definitely feel like, yeah, I'm glad that they got them behind bars, and they're no longer on the streets, and they are where they're supposed to be, as far as I'm concerned, because what they did was not cool. So they're where they're supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? So let's get back into. Okay, so I finally got it on the right screen. Okay, there we go. Let's get back into it.
Forest Hill car wash deaths of rap artist Ronnie Sibley and his 5-year-old daughter Armani. Court documents in the case include an arrest affidavit for Robinson. And while it does not reflect a motive in the ambush killing, it does include details that played out a week ago. It indicates Sibley was vacuuming his car when two men got out of a 2016 white Kia Rio. It states the suspects were.
Okay, take note of that car. That car is going to play, it plays an essential role in the whole situation. So they have all the details of the vehicle that was found or that was used in the crime.
Armed with an assault-style rifle and handguns. Investigators describe how they approached Sibley and immediately opened fire. And they continued to fire and chase Sibley as he tried to run and get away. The document reveals Sibley's 5-year-old daughter, while in the front passenger seat of his vehicle, was struck and killed by those flying bullets. Further information indicates Fort Worth police located the white Kia Rio at an apartment complex, and surveillance video obtained shows two men dressed identical to the suspects arriving a few minutes after the fatal shooting. They park the car, get out, and toss objects into a grassy field before.
So right after they did the crime, they immediately went back to the location and started tossing items in the grassy field. And it was wild the way they did it because I guess people don't want to get away with crimes. They want you to know that they did it. It kind of seems like, but everything they did was just very obvious. And this crime occurred in broad daylight, and it's just very tragic that the little girl was, caught in the middle of this. Like there's just it's wild, but there's so many twists and turns in this story that it's a lot. So let's get back into it.
Before going into an apartment. It was Robinson's girlfriend, according to the affidavit, who identified him. She was seen driving away in the vehicle. Police stopped her and brought her in for questioning. where she told investigators Robinson borrowed the car after dropping her off.
So pretty much, when she went and got the car and then she left, they pulled her over, they asked her questions about it, and so it sounds like he did the crime and then immediately after gave her the car. And I don't know if she knew or not at that time, but then she was driving around in the same car, which let's go back a little bit.
Police stopped her and brought her in for questioning, where she told investigators Robinson borrowed the car after dropping her off at work, then called her later, provided the location of the vehicle, and told her to come pick the vehicle up because something had happened.
So I feel like he caught her up in the middle of all of this, and that wasn't cool. Like, he dropped her off at work, took the car, went and did all this, and then gonna give her the car back. You can't just give somebody the car back after you done did all this in the car. Like, what are we talking about here? And called her later, provided the location of the vehicle, and told her the company of the vehicle was because something had happened. Okay, so if something happened in the vehicle, why would you then give her the vehicle? And it says Robinson's Texas identification card was located inside the Kia. So it was just a lot going on here, but he literally left his ID in the car. Where they did the crime in.
Police say Robinson's Texas identification card was located inside the white Kia.
Now, court information shows Jacoby Russell is being held on a bond or a bond set at $1.5 million, and Robinson is being held with no bond.
Nigga can't fuck with me, you know what I'm saying?
And honestly, I don't feel like neither one of them should really get a bond, or should neither one of them, in my mind, should get a bond just because everything that occurred. And also because they have prior convictions. So I don't feel like either one of them should be getting a bond per se, you know? But I know that a lot of people feel like it's the only way to really like be fair about it, but all that in my mind go out the window when you do certain things. Angela said, once those two young dudes put those weapons in hand and rode to that end scene, they had to know that they were throwing their lives down the drain. And honestly, Angela, it seems like they were used to they were just career criminals. They had a long history of violence. And we talked about it here. One of them, tried to pull down the pants of a 55-year-old, and then the other one assaulted a pregnant woman and then shot somebody. So it's just like, there's just certain people that ain't gonna change and don't deserve second chances. But it's really sad because you see people go through the court system that really do deserve those second chances and can't get them. And then you see people be given second chances who don't even deserve them. So it's wild. It's wild. Okay. Okay, so one of the names that was mentioned in this whole situation with Giuliani Larani and his daughter was little CJ Casino, and then there's some other names that are dropped. And so we got a video here. We're gonna talk about it. Who is little CJ Casino? Tariffs on Canada, Dr. Umar, and Daughter Beef Explained. And one of the videos I have about tariffs is very recent. It came out this morning, giving us an update about what is going on with the tariffs. We're also going to talk about more about this beef. So let's get into it. So I was like, I keep hearing the words CJ Casino.
Oh my dead mama, you can't go to that car wash, boy.
Okay, I forgot something. Let me drop the link for anybody that wants to come up. And this video is relevant because you saw how he mentioned the car wash. The car wash is also where little Ronnie was gunned down at. So a lot of people were wondering, is this the car wash that he was talking about? Is this the car wash that he was talking about? Is what people are asking. Themselves. Let me get the. So we did a little bit more about CJ Casino. Let's talk about it. Let's get into it.
Oh my dead mama, you can't go to that car wash, boy.
And make it a little bit bigger. Okay, so it says y'all know little CJ Casino got little Ronnie unalived. Y'all heard him say, "On my dead mama, you can't go back to that car wash." Then little Ronnie and his baby got unalived at the car wash today. Okay, so I did some research, and what they were saying is that this is a different car wash than the one that CJ Casino was talking about. He was talking about a different one, and this one that the crime occurred at was just built 6 months ago. But it is still convenient that he said that, and that's what occurred.
To CJ, it's been a lot of talk, but you have got touched, and your partner, he have got touched in the worst way else. That's why I don't pop out. I don't do none of this shit you niggas can do. Y'all don't have no real beef. Y'all niggas shits and kid petty.
Okay, so CJ Casino said this a couple of months ago. And it has come back around, and people have been watching it and listening to his words because of what happened.
Rap shit. Every nigga that's 4E is nowhere near gangster, and you not from the south side. You can't go to Agman. Why you trying to on my dead mama, you can't go to that car wash, boy. Yeah, them niggas been kicked you up out of murder gang. Nigga, stop playing. The south side was never accepting you, gang. They try to talk walk. I'm from Agman. Come to the on my dead mama, you can't go to that car wash.
So this allegedly what I heard is that this is not the same car wash that he was talking about, but it is still very convenient and shady and stuff. And people are looking at it because he did get unalived at a car wash. And so there's just been a lot of beef between CJ Casino, Little Ronnie, Go Yayo, and all his people. Everybody beefing. Everybody beefing, y'all. What's up, Drip King? How you doing? How are you doing? How are you doing? There's just a lot of beef back and forth between all sides, and it's a lot. So I got some videos here to kind of explain a little bit about the beef.
Boy, on my dead mama, you can't go to that car wash, boy.
Okay, so little CJ Casino was an artist. So here's one of his music videos, and I did mute it, but I have a little bit of the sound that is gonna play. So y'all can see what type of rapper he looked like he was. Y'all can see uh he about that life. You know what I'm saying? And this is in Fort Worth, Texas. They have a Texas has a really good music scene. There have been some people that have come out of Texas that we have heard of, like Big X the Plug. Um, Dang, I was just thinking of her name. Oh my God, it's gonna bother me. She was on Love and Hip Hop. She's dark skinned and she went and got a BBL recently. Dang. But she is from Texas as well. And there's just a lot of rappers from there. So CJ Casino was doing his thing. Here's one of his videos.
Get on my name, they know it cold press. Put a new ex model test. Think it's sweet, then send a test. But it's hot, bitch, still
So you can see, you know what I'm saying? He was definitely rapping. He's doing his thing. One of the artists down there, but he was okay. Megan the Stallion is also from Texas. Oh, I remember her name. Erica Banks. Erica Banks is from Texas. Beyonce is from Texas. So there's been a lot of artists that we know that are very famous that have been from Texas. They also have a lot of like underground music, hip hop music, and also have a lot of music from there as well. So we may not have all heard of these artists, but they're big in Texas. But Megan Thee Stallion is from there. Yes, Erica Banks. That's what I was thinking of. She's from there. There's just been a lot of people from Texas, so they got their own little music scene going on. But y'all know, I don't know, everybody beefing. So we're back to Key Talk. Is it media? Key Talk me? Oh yeah, Key Talk Media. Back here with another little scoop from him. Let's see what he's talking. Okay, so this whole situation with G Money, Lil Ronnie, and his daughter, it's only been about a week. So there's a lot of details that have come out, and then the story has changed. And it's not necessarily like the story is changing, but as time goes on, we're learning more and we're learning new developments. So the title that he has in here is not totally correct because the last killer did not turn himself in. I thought he was pulled over. But like I said, it's only been a week. So there's some good information in here. We're going to hear a little bit more from the baby mama. Even the baby mama thinks that CJ Casino has something to do with it. And she knows more than us because we're on the outside speculating and spectating.
Read to y'all now what Get Money Lil Ronnie's baby mother actually came out and said. So, and then she just actually did a video too, so I'm going to post that for y'all. So she came out and she said, "I'm hurting so bad. I'm trying to be so strong. How could y'all do this to them at 10 in the morning? Like how my baby had just got with him. She loved her daddy so much. Y'all continue."
And a lot of us were wondering why the little girl was not in school. And it was 10 in the morning, so maybe he was going to take her to school. But it seems like that weekend she went to a party. Um, but at 10 in the morning, like they up early thinking about, like, that's how you know you don't like somebody. When you up in the morning plotting and planning on somebody.
Continuously shot at the car, knowing my baby girl was in the front seat. How was money worth that? all y'all involved will pay on both of my babies, and it was more than just them two involved. So the mother of the 5-year-old daughter that was actually
Okay, so here where he is telling us what the baby mama says. And one of the things that she thinks is that there was more than just two people involved. She thinks the casinos have something to do with it. Okay, so CJ Casino, there's like a whole group of them.
on Alive, she is coming out and saying that there's much more than just those two people that y'all think, right? Just those two hitmen, and of course, the female was actually arrested as well. And there's no update on that right now. Maybe they try to keep her identity private.
Okay, so yesterday I played the video from the female talking about her getting out of jail and with her last words that she had with us, the killer or one of them. And so we heard from the girl. So this video was made right when the girl got arrested, but we've already heard from the girl. But this information in here is still relevant to the situation. But we heard from the girl already. The girl said she wasn't wrong, but she was wrong. It's like she was saying stuff, but it didn't mean nothing because she was wrong. So what was there really to say? Angela said there is a reaction video on YouTube that I haven't watched yet talking about asking if G Money, Little Ronnie, baby mama had a life insurance policy on him. Why? Angela, send me the link. We watched it together. Dang. Okay, that's a really good question. Because now that he has gone in this tragic way, you know, people are going to grieve and they're going to be focused on the funeral. But after they get those things out of the way, then you start thinking about, okay, um, who had life insurance? Let's get rid of his stuff or let's keep it. How we gonna split his stuff up? You got to deal with the affairs after someone goes, which is a lot to deal with. And I wonder if the baby mama had a life insurance policy on him. But as of recently, Foodie Gang, y'all know it's T-John. The baby mama has been getting a lot of backlash for some of the things that she has said because she is not your typical grieving mother. She is doing it in a different way. And some of the things that she has said have ruffled a lot of feathers. And some people are saying that that's how she talks. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how she talks, where she's from. But I will say it's different from anything I've ever seen. And also, do y'all remember the Michigan mother? Well, after she got that GoFundMe money, she's up there twerking and drinking. So that is just how some people grieve, but it is new to me. And Angela, a lot of people are asking that same question. How did the killers, the unalivers, the public enemy, number one, people, how did they know that he would be at that car wash? And a lot of people are speculating, this is all allegedly, think that the baby mama set him up because of what she said about the daughter. I believe I played it yesterday. She said, we're not even tripping, and I'm not even mad about my daughter being gone. I'm just mad how she went. But we gonna send her out in Gucci. And don't quote me for that. Find out word for word. But I'm paraphrasing and she said something like that. So then a lot of people are like, well, did she have something to do with it then? Is she just that cool and calm about it? I don't know, but it's very shady, and what is done in the dark always comes to light. So let's get into it.
Because they're going to try to get some information up out of her. However, with the mother, get money, little running significant other, saying that there was more people involved. This is also what she came out and said. She actually went live and she dissed the entire casino. And not only just the entire casino, she also went live and dissed part of Houston, Texas as well. I'm going to play the video for y'all. Here it goes.
There was a paid hit on my motherfucking baby and my.
So she has been doing a lot of lives, and I have been watching most of them. And one thing you will notice in her live is how many people there are around. They have it blurred out in this video, but there'll be liquor. They had hookah. They turned up, okay? And some people are finding a big problem with the way that she is grieving and with some of the things that she is saying. I feel like if you are drinking or you're under the influence, you may need to stay off social media because some of the things that you're going to say are not things that you would say when you're sober. And they say people get that liquor courage. That's when you drink a lot and you start getting the courage that you can say whatever you want. But see, the problem with the internet is the internet don't forget nothing. So everything you say, they gonna blast you, they gonna make videos. Why you got to be careful what you say and you on here drinking, you don't need to be on social media. You need to be doing something else. But stay off of social media if you're drinking and all of that stuff. And I don't know if you can see it from this camera angle, but there are kids around. Some people feel like this is perfectly fine in front of their kids. I'm the type of parent where I wouldn't do this around my kid just because I don't feel like kids need to be in this environment. But everyone is going to parent how they want to parent. And you can't tell people how to be parents. And I get it, people are from different places, go through different things. I'm just saying for me and for my kid, I wouldn't be doing all this around her. And I don't be. And let's be real here, Ava is too nosy.
And them all gonna go. Everybody gonna lay around this. I promise you. And we ain't ducking no action. I promise you. I'm ready to go. And CJ. CJ Casino. You talking about all casinos.
Man, you heard it. She said she thinks that Lil CJ Casino has something to do with it. Some people are saying that he did. Some people are saying that he didn't. But we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna spectate. We're gonna break it down, and I'm gonna bring y'all the footage.
Matter of fact, every casino around this. You talking about and the whole entire month. Okay, I can't say that. I was gonna say Houston, but some of you in Houston. Not all y'all, but some of y'all. Half the Houston. You talking about? I don't give a.
Y'all can see she's very outspoken. She ain't holding nothing back. She got the smoke for everybody and they mama.
I ain't ducking no action. You talking about? And I ain't letting nobody make it. I don't give who with who. You talking about? Cause y'all didn't lose a daughter and a mother. You talking about? I did. Y'all did it. There was a paid hit on my motherfucking baby and my.
I don't think if you are going through all this, I don't think having all these people around doing all this. But everyone, like I said, everyone gonna grieve differently.
And them
Anyway, so listen, man, you can imagine the whole 4E, the whole hood fame, and everybody else that pretty much rocks with them, especially inside of Fort Worth, Texas, is upset, and you can hear in her voice that she wants revenge at any means necessary, whatever it takes. Revenge, revenge, revenge is what's on her mind, and it ain't just revenge against those two that are.
I do agree with him there. It did seem like she wanted some get back. and she really not gonna be happy until she get her get back. It's kind of what the vibe it was given. But what do y'all think, Foodie Gang? What do y'all think?
Pretty much getting arrested for the murder. It's a lot of people that she seems to have on her list, which means everybody else with her pretty much would have them on their list as well. So it does not look good. I'm not going to sugarcoat nothing and say, well, maybe things will go well. I don't think things are going to go well. I don't think things will end well for anybody, right? I think this is normally it be just emotions involved. Now it's not only emotions involved, but there's actual deaths involved. You know, Get Money Lil Ronnie, and then a 5-year-old daughter. So with that being said, the only thing I can do is continue to provide y'all with the news.
I think he's right about that. You can't really even tell people to calm down and not act a fool because you got to think if that's your baby, how you gonna feel? You know what I'm saying? Like everybody's gonna be hot, everybody gonna be mad, and as more details come out, and as we have these conversations about who fired the bullets, and we haven't even gotten into the trial, so you can't tell people how to act if it's their baby. But when you put your business out here to social media and you put your videos online, you do open yourself up to criticism. So people gonna have their opinion, you know. But I think he is right. I do not think that this is the end of this conversation. I think that we're gonna see a lot of conflict, drama, beef, uh unalivings happen because of this. I really do.
So that way y'all can be tuned in and know what's going on. So
There you have it. Tea time at 9:07. Good eats. Oh, before I forget, I did have another video, a little bit more about TJ Casinos. Like, um, yeah, he's a rapper out in Fort Worth, Texas, making some noise, get into it. Okay, let me pull this up. That's the wrong button. We ain't finna get nowhere with that. Okay. Okay, this was an interview that he did on BZTV. I'm not gonna play the whole interview because it's pretty long. I am gonna play a portion of it. So little G Little Money Little Ronnie used to hang out with or he still does. Go Yayo, part of a lot of beefs allegedly. And he beefing with them, everybody beefing here. He gonna talk a little bit about it. Let me pull up some things.
That's where you want to put me at, but I'm putting you down. I'm saucing them up. Watch this next drop, saucing them up. I'm finna go straight feed. I'm gonna do an R&B tape on y'all ass in a minute. Call me a drill rapper if you want to.
Let me make sure I get to the right point. Hold on, y'all.
Like, you know what I'm saying? That shit a wonderful feeling. The homeboys. You see how them little niggas just went viral, switching. Them niggas ain't have a gun in that bitch, they had belts and shit like that. I come from the struggle. So you them up. Watch this next drop, saucing them up. I'm finna go straight feed. I'm gonna do an R&B tape on y'all ass in the move. It was a good straight.
Hey, so somebody had made a song dissing somebody and he's reacting to that video.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. It was an interview that came out. Let's just, you know what I'm saying? Let's get to it for real.
Yeah.
It was an interview that came out with Sean Cotton, Say Cheese, Go Yayo.
Yeah.
You know, they mentioned your name in it, bro. Like,
all clout. That was all clout. That was a clout move. It was a good strategy. And that Sean Cotton, he been doing this shit for so long. Like, hey, man, gonna do something because you know he I guess he invested and he signed a 99 overall. So tried to push you on a little sauce and it worked. But Sean Cotton this might not Sean Cotton, because you sell interviews, so you did what you were supposed to do. He sell music. Hey, yo, that's not finna help your music sell, gang, like at all. That just gave Sean Cotton platform what he intended to do. It just gave him some sauce, gang, because it's not doing nothing for nobody said, oh, yo, he talking shit about them. Let me go challenge this mixtape. Nobody said that, gang, on Blood Gang.
Oh, for sure.
That shit sucks, gang. I'm just putting you down.
Okay, so y'all can see a little bit of his personality. He definitely wasn't holding back none and was talking a whole bunch. Thank you so much, Angela. Angela said, okay, I sent a 12-minute video about the baby mama's possible life insurance motive to your IG. Yes, I just got it. Let me get that pulled up. Angela sent in some tea. So let me see if I can get that pulled up here. And we're going to talk a little bit about the baby mama. Because a lot of people feel like the way that she's grieving and the things that she is saying is very sketchy, very weird, and they do not like it. And now they speculate that the baby mama actually had something to do with everything just based off of some of the things that she said on the live stream. And so the video that Angela sent me, and shout out to Angela. Angela always coming through with the content, whether that's a recipe, some food to eat, or some tea. Okay, here we go. Okay, so this video is about, let me take CJ out of here because we heard enough CJ. Y'all see CJ was up in the beef with these people and it was a lot going on, a lot of back and forth. I tried to find a video summing it all up and I couldn't find one, but there was a lot of back and forth. There was a lot of beef that was going on. But in this video that Angela sent, it is going to talk about little Ronnie, baby mama, had life insurance on daughter and happy she gone. She knew the driver, is what this video is titled. So, like I said, a lot of people are upset with the baby mama for some of the things that she has said, some of the behavior that we have seen from her. It is very unusual and not like any grieving mother that we normally see. When we see grieving mothers, we see tears, we see sorrow. They're talking about how they were as a child and some memories. She is the total opposite. They getting turned, taking shots, smoking hookah, talking about Gucci, talking about the get back and what they gonna do, and whoever they feel like was a part of any step of it, they got a problem with. But let me so yes, we got a lot. Let me get this video pulled up for us, Foodiegang. Okay, and shout out to Angela for coming through with a tea. And here we go. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Okay, so this is the video that Angela sent us. We're gonna watch it together for the first time. I don't know if I'm gonna play all of it, but we shall see. And let me see if I can get us to the right screen. This is the right screen. Okay, that's the right screen. Get the fair use up there. Let's see what this man is talking about. Okay, so little Ronnie baby mama had life insurance on daughter and happy she gone. She knew the driver. Now, like I said, this information is not, we have not confirmed or we're not denying this. It's all purely speculation at this point. But like I said, we are here to speculate and to break down all avenues of whatever story we are talking about and talk about it. So here we go.
Hey, yo, look, we live in an era where life insurance is the new scam, man. Yeah. Nowadays, instead, with the PPP dried out, everything else is drying out. Now people are dependent on life insurance. As I'm looking at this Lil Ronnie situation and I'm hearing all the parties talk, it seems more and more to me that this was deeper than what we think. And it's sad that a little girl had to go. Both the parents were ignorant. I'm gonna play the driver right here, but I want to play the mama first. In one of the videos, the mama even said that
A lot of people feel like because of how the mom is acting, because of how G Money Lil Ronnie was in the streets, they feel like this child really did not have a chance because both of the parents, in their opinion, was acting goofy. And I see where people are coming from because it doesn't seem like she was trying to live right and it don't seem like he was. They seem like they wanted to be in the streets. That's where they was. And unfortunately, it led to this, but man, stay in school, kids.
somehow when the girl get out of jail, the driver, she was gonna whoop the driver ass. She killed your daughter. Why would you just whoop her ass? In this clip I'm gonna play, she said that
I kind of do see what he's saying because in that case, that person needs more than just a whooping. You know what I'm saying? Like a whooping is cool, but that's not all they need. But if he plays this part, we're gonna skip this video because this girl, we played it yesterday. She was cursing a whole lot. Let me get that video pulled up for y'all. But we played this video yesterday of her. We talked about her getting arrested and all that stuff.
it was a pay hit on her daughter and her nigga while they at a party. They basically partying now type situation. I have no doubts that the mama had a life insurance policy on the daughter. She possibly had a life insurance policy on Lil Ronnie or her people or his.
So you guys have heard how the baby mama speaks, and I have played her video for you guys a numerous amount of times. Do you really think that she has something to do with her own daughter and her baby daddy being taken out? Like that's a big accusation to put on somebody. And I cannot say from the clips that I've seen that I feel like she did that. Like that's a lot. You know what I'm saying? That's a big accusation to make. Hopefully he got some type of proof.
His people had one because this is not making sense. If you knew your daughter had a pay hit on her, why would you send her outside with the man who the hit is originally for? So I want to just play this clip right here.
CJ Casino. You talking about?
So I played that clip where she says little CJ Casino. So she's calling him out by name for being responsible for this alleged paid hit that she believes was put on by little CJ Casino. And as I said, it's possible the Texas cops need to investigate it thoroughly. And we have seen from the YSL RICO case down in Atlanta and numerous other cases like the YNF Lucci and also in Atlanta, we have seen that they do use social media in court. They do use social media when prosecuting or investigating somebody. So, and these lies have been spread across the world. So I know that they are definitely going to use this in the investigation. And honestly, social media makes it easier to investigate people, in my opinion, because you get to hear directly what they're saying. Like, so they making it easy. So I played this video. She said, "Little CJ Casino." We talked about CJ Casino, and she think it's him. And a lot of people on the internet think that too. It is not just her. A lot of people think that. But I'll say this, when you have beef with somebody and that person passes away, they're going to look at you as a potential suspect because you were the last known person that was beefing with that person. So if you have a bunch of beef all over social media and that person gets unalived, they're going to be looking at you because you're leaving a trail. And I think them looking at you is justified. They should be looking at you. How you beefing with somebody and then they pass away and you had nothing to do with it? Now that could be true. You could have nothing to do with it nothing to do with it. But we're gonna look and we're gonna find out for sure, for sure. But let's watch this video again where she calls CJ Casino out by name and the rest of the casinos.
All casinos, motherfucking matter of fact, every casino around this.
No.
You talking about, and the whole entire month. Okay, I can't say that. I was gonna say Houston, but some of you.
And she said she was gonna say fuck Houston, but she wasn't gonna say that. Why not? You lost your daughter. There's no one had boundaries for your child, so why not say fuck the city of Houston? But however, continue.
In Houston, not all y'all, but some of y'all, half the Houston.
What?
I don't give a.
Okay, we're gonna skip a little bit to this and let's see what
And
else.
then she told on herself right there. She said she don't care who fuck with who. How she know the parties that's participating in the game that your daughter lost her life to? So she said, I don't care who fucking with who. Like she matching, she's point A to point B. She crossing her T's and dotting her I's type shit. Talking about she don't care who fuck with who. What? She don't care who fuck.
Okay, so this is all pure speculations. Would it sound like that's okay? That's what we doing too.
Your family and child's decisions. However, I just wanted to bring facts to the light that something ain't right with that mama type situation. She said she was gonna whoop this lady ass, and
So a lot of people feel like something ain't right with the mommy. They feel like something was wrong with the daddy. They feel like this little girl really didn't have a good, solid chance. Yes, she may have been fly. Yes, she may have had everything that she needed as far as material items. But did she have a safe home? Was she protected in the sense of being out of the street life, being out of all of this stuff? And I think a lot of times we feel like because our kids have money or because we have money to buy our kids stuff. And in Dr. Umar's case, Dr. Umar said, I paid my child support. So because we feel like we pay financially, we don't have to be there physically. And let me tell you, you have to be there financially and physically. You can't do one or the other. You have to do both. And you should want to do both because at the end of the day, that's your child. You brought them into the world. But both of them are important and both of them are necessary. And I get what he's saying because it's like, you should want to do more than beat her up. It's pretty much what he's saying. And we saw her yelling at the top of her lungs.
mama
She is
got a
very upset.
problem. She can call her. How would the mama know how to call you, and why would she call you? You aided and embedded the killers to help that kill her daughter. But let's check it out, man.
The whole situation was fucking stupid.
Yeah.
The car wash, it was stupid. They didn't have to do that shit.
So we played her video yesterday. She was going off, and it was weird. It's like somehow she was mad at everybody else. I don't know. It was very weird. And it's like, isn't that what victims do when they feel like they've done wrong? Don't they start getting mad at everybody else? That's kind of what it felt like in her video. It felt like that's what she did as far as getting mad at everybody else. And this is Keys Armstrong. We're gonna go ahead and subscribe. Y'all check out his channel. And yeah, so this is Keys Armstrong, and that's Big Keys. So we're gonna see. This is the first time I've ever heard of his channel. But shout out to Angela for sending us this clip. We're gonna see if there's any information in here that we don't already know. She was wild out though. She was wilding out. So I was watching something last night, and what they were saying about her,
Young gentleman, she already.
what they were saying about this young lady is they felt like when she got pulled over by the police the first time in the car, and then they found the ID of the suspect, that's when she told. And the cops did not put a tracker on her car because she led the cops to the suspect. They didn't have to track her car because she was working with him, is what somebody said. And I said, you know what? That makes sense. And that's why they let her go. Because she was working for the police from the get-go. And they was like, when he calls you, we are going to follow you and you're going to lead us to them. And that's why they let her out of jail, because she was an informant in a sense of she was working for them so that she would get out of trouble and stay out of trouble. Because by it being her car, they could have hemmed her up on some good charges, in my opinion. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the chat. But they said she was working for them. She wasn't an informant. And that's why they let her go. Because you gotta think about it. Do you really think they would let her go under any other circumstance? So Angela said the police are going to check everybody's cell phone calls and texts. Yep, and they also do that too. And they use the cell phone tower to get your location of where your phone is at too. But they think that this girl was an informant, and when the cops pulled her over the first time, they was like, "You gonna have to give him up, or you're going to jail." And she was scared then, and then she told. And you know what? I don't blame her for telling, because they put her into the mix by using her car in the first place. They put her in a really bad situation, honestly. And she has all these kids at home. They put her in a bad situation.
Much she done told on the parties at hand, these two young gentlemen, she done already told on them, then told everything she knows. She damn near, that's what that's why I don't understand what the mama said. She almost said fuck Houston, but not all Houston, some of Houston. Shorty done told on the whole Houston. She don't give a fuck type shit, and she didn't lose nobody.
And I think that she did tell on that man, but I don't blame her, because they really put her into the mix by using her car. They put her like, that's, you gonna use my car and go commit a whole crime? Yeah, I'm telling on you. And you know I got kids. Stop playing.
Ass over there, and Liz CJ Kasino is a psychic. He predicted it step by step how you was gonna die, and after beforehand, they told him don't go to that car wash. This is when trying to be like Chicago goes wrong. Everybody want to be.
Okay, so he's talking about the video that I played of you guys where Lil CJ Casino was saying, do not go to that car wash. But I found out that it was a different car wash than the one that he was talking about, but it still looks suspicious.
Gangsters like Chicago, and it don't work like that. They told you don't go over there, and you took your ass over there. And Liz CJ Casino is a psychic. He predicted it step by step how you was gonna die, and afterward nobody was gonna slide for you. No one is sliding for you. Go Yayo, they claim is in jail, whatever. He ain't sliding for you. Your baby mama is in this motherfucker. She got so much liquor and drug paraphernalia on the table. Look how much blurred they got. They is
Now, she was, like I said, she was up in there getting turned, okay? She was up in there getting turned. And we had a room full of people, kids walking around here. It was going down up in there. So he do got a point there. Look, he said, look how much blur they had to blur out the whole. They had to blur out a third, a second, 2/3 of the screen.
lit off that life insurance money. Oh, both y'all ass. Crazy work. You did the race on your daughter and never ran back. All the parties in this, to me, this is a joint collective insurance policy scam. I have no doubt in my mind. The man said he was.
That is some high speculation. Like I said, everything here is alleged. But a lot of people feel like when Lil Ronnie ran away from the car, some people feel like he was wrong. Some people feel like he was right. I heard the other day that someone felt like what Lil Ronnie should have done is he should have covered the little girl with his body, is what they feel like he should have did. But some people feel like he just left her.
The greatest gambler in the world. Why wouldn't he gamble with his daughter life for clout? He like I told y'all, he's with Soldier Boy a couple months ago. He don't got no record deal. He don't got no hit songs out. How was he making enough money to hang out with a rapper, to smoke rapper weed on a consistent basis? Eventually it was gonna run out. He had
Now, what I've been telling y'all, Foodie Gang, is that some people say Get Money Lil Ronnie wasn't in the streets. Some people say Get Money Lil Ronnie was in the streets. What he is saying is that he was in the streets, and how could he have gotten all this money to be able to do the things that he was doing?
had to do something to put him back in the limelight. All the parties are involved together, in my opinion. The one person that got hurt was the little daughter. Everything else would have been otherwise. It's a case closed, case shut. They want to know the police, the Houston, wherever they was, Fort Worth, whatever. They want to know why he had that daughter with him. I guarantee y'all, if it was a pay hit for me and you, why would I be with you? Both the daughter don't even know it's a pay hit on her. I can understand it's two niggas. You take your daughter to the whoop, and it's a pay hit on both of y'all. Then you try to get up out of there en route. He didn't run like he was. He ran to a pure D place he knew he could run, and somehow it failed. He practiced all the running except jumping over that fence. That's when being lazy goes wrong. But this should.
Wow, so he's pretty much saying that they feel like he feels like he set up the little girl. I ain't heard this before. This is a new angle.
Boy, Big Keys against the world. I bet you the baby mama got life insurance. This is all a big old back door. Everybody, the baby mama know the girl know the baby mama know who put the hit out on the people. Lil CJ told Lil Ronnie, don't go to the car wash. The killers knew he was at the car wash when the random day he chose to go to the car wash. The weather's not breaking that bad yet to the point it's like you just know somebody going to a car wash. You know what I'm saying? Nigga could have been getting the.
So he feels like everything was set up and that it was very fishy the way that everything happened. And he feels like the baby mama backdoor little Ronnie and the kid. And he feel like little Ronnie, and he feel like they was backdooring the kid because they had a life insurance policy. That's Ooh, I don't know, man. I gotta think about all this. That's the first time we and and then I have heard that particular angle. So, wow, that's a lot. Shout out to Angela for sending in that clip. Um, but this is a really important question because you got to say, okay, if little Ronnie dropped off the daughter 5 minutes ago, how did y'all know he was going to be at the car wash? I don't know. It just as more comes out, we're gonna hear more. So one of the suspects dropped their ID in the car, and that's how the baby mama got, or not the baby mama, the girl, the getaway driver in Livingston, Texas, that I showed y'all the other day. That's how they got caught up. Um, woo, that's a lot. Okay, y'all. Okay, y'all. Okay, we are going to go to a commercial break. When we come back, we are going to talk about the tariffs in Canada and just some of the back and forth that our president has been having with Canada. And we're going to talk about it and we're going to see how everybody's feeling about it. And, okay, but I'll see y'all after this. Foodiegang, gang, gang. Foodiegang, gang, gang.
Food gang gang gang.
Foodiegang, gang, gang. Hey, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. You are tuned in to Kitchen Talk with Chef Big Bank. And that is the teapot room back there. Okay, you're tuned in to Kitchen Talk with Chef Big Bang. Hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Keep the stove warm by sending a super chat, Venmo, or PayPal. Join my group on Facebook. So before we left, we were talking about little CJ Casino, the G Money, little Ronnie situation with his daughter, unfortunately losing their life at a gas station due to senseless violence. Do not forget, this is tea time at 9:07. Good eats. Now we are going to get into the tariffs on Canada and kind of the back and forth that has been going on. There's a lot of breaking developments, a lot to catch up on. So let's get to it.
We're moving forward with a 25% surcharge on electricity exports. For the 1.5 million American homes and businesses that Ontario powers, homes and businesses in Minnesota, Michigan, and New York. This surcharge will cost families and businesses in these states up to $400,000.
Okay, so Canada supplies some of the states on the border with energy. And Angela, anybody from Michigan, y'all help me out here. Shout out to the Michigan people. And so what they are doing, they have placed a tariff on that energy that powers the U.S. cities. I'm not sure what they're going to do and if there are other energy sources around there, but that is what is going on. And this all happened in the last couple of days, this back and forth. It's very recent. Some of the stories I'm going to share with you guys are going to be from today.
Each and every single day. On an average, this will add around $100 per month to the bills of hardworking Americans. Let me be clear. I will not hesitate to increase this charge. If necessary, if the United States escalates, I will not hesitate to shut the electricity off completely. Believe me when I say I do not want to do this. I feel terrible for the American people because it's not the American people who started this trade war. It's one person who's responsible. That's President Trump. I'd rather be working together. I want to sell the U.S. more energy, more electricity, more critical minerals. I want to make Canada and the United States the richest, most successful, safest, most secure two countries on the planet. But as Premier, my number one job is to protect.
So a lot of people feel they're kind of split on how they feel about this tariff war with Canada. A lot of people feel like Canada is our friends and we don't want to see they don't want to see this tariff war. And I've even heard murmurs about us going into a recession due to this, and the stock market is down. It's just a lot has been going on with the economy. Trump was inaugurated January 20th, and you know, you hear this was the wrong pick. You hear both sides, but these tariffs are so new. Everyone is just getting used to them, and some people are predicting the fallout will end in a recession.
The people of Ontario and in hand protect the people of Canada. I will do whatever it takes. I will fight like I've never fought before to protect Ontario. Friends, none of this makes sense. Costly tariffs against your closest friends and allies do not make sense. The U.S. markets have lost trillions in value. Companies are second-guessing investments into the American economy. American workers' jobs are at risk as we speak right now. Cost of hardworking American families will only go up. It doesn't have to be this way. We are stronger when we work together.
Canada.
Awesome. Pretty good looking flag, I gotta say. Yet again, the president is sowing uncertainty.
Hardworking American families will only go up. It doesn't have to be this way. We are stronger when we work together.
Canada.
Angela said, "Wow, wow, it sucks that my electric bill will be going up." And that's kind of what a lot of people are saying, and some people are starting to panic. And I want to know, is it possible that the energy for Michigan can be supplied by the rest of the US? I was not aware that Canada was providing energy to some of the states that it's closest with. I didn't know that. So that's new for me. And that's why it's good to do your research on these individual subjects so that you know you can learn as much as possible. And we're gonna ensure okay, so I think these are Who did? Hold on, y'all. I can't even see. Let me see if I can make it bigger. This was posted March 6th, and it's the 11th. So like I said, everything is very recent. The last few videos that we're gonna see are from today.
Awesome. Pretty good looking flag, I gotta say. Yet again, the president is sowing uncertainty and chaos, attempting to undermine our economy by implementing tariffs and then quickly.
Okay, so y'all see my tea. Let me see if I can. Okay, I got lemon and ginger tea. Oh, y'all can't even see it because of the ring light, but I have lemon and ginger tea here. Okay, so they feel
He has
like
realized
the U.S. is trying to sow division and discord and craziness. So this is what Canada has to say about the tariffs and the back and forth. Trump has been teasing them a lot, but now they have gone into effect.
what we told him from the beginning, which is that these tariffs hurt Americans. They hurt American companies. They hurt American workers. They hurt American families. And what's also hurting is the uncertainty that the continued threat and removal of tariffs has on our country here in Canada. My message for the Prime Minister, for my colleagues across the country, and it's one I'm sure they want to deliver to me too, is stand strong. We are not going to accept these continual threats, this continued uncertainty.
Another thing that Trump has been doing, he has been saying because we help Canada with so much that he wants Canada to become a part of the United States. And what that would mean for them is that they would give up a lot of, their culture, their community, and with the things that they identify with as a country. And so I've seen a lot of interviews where they are not happy with what Trump has been saying. And so we're going to see how this going to go.
Stand up for Canadians. This is unacceptable. And we're going to ensure that the Americans understand how pissed off we are, how unified we are, how committed we are to working as a country to stand up for each other and our own independence on our own 2 feet. And I say we don't let up until the president takes the threat off the
President
table.
Trump widening his trade war against America's top trading partners. Just moments ago, announcing on his social media website, he is imposing an additional.
Okay, so we placed tariffs on Canada a couple of days ago. Now Trump wants to double the tariffs. How do you guys think that this is going to end? I am not sure, and I am not. Who knows what's gonna happen? But we are gonna talk about it. We're gonna speculate, and we're gonna break it down.
Additional 25 to 50% tariff on all steel and aluminum coming into the U.S. from Canada. That new tariff takes effect tomorrow morning. The president says this is in retaliation for Ontario Premier Doug Ford placing a 25% surcharge on electricity coming into the United States. Now, just moments.
Oh, okay. So for Canada placing a tariff on the energy that is coming into the United States, President Trump hit them back with 50% tariffs. And we don't see what's going to happen.
Ford reacted to that news right here on MSNBC.
We will not back down. We will be relentless. I apologize to the American people that President Trump decided to have an unprovoked attack on our country, on families, on jobs, and it's unacceptable.
So let the trade war continue. Just when we thought matters couldn't get no worse than what they already is, boy, was I wrong. Come on, sip a little tea with Auntie, let's talk about it. So as y'all all know,
so everybody on social media is gonna have their opinion. And so this woman has her opinion, And we gonna get into it. We gonna see what she's talking about.
Donald Trump put a 25% tariff on Canadian goods, right? Well, Canada, Ontario, who supplies electricity to 3 big states in the United States, Michigan, Minnesota, as well as New York, decided to put a 25% tariff on all electricity coming into the United States, which means that people in those states could see energy bills $100 higher than what they've been seeing thus far. It can go
$100, like that's not no little bitty change. That's a lot. $100 is a lot, y'all.
up. Well, Donald Trump decided to say, well, if Canada wants to do that, we're going to trump that. We're going to put 50%, add an additional 25% that was already in place to 50% against Canadian goods. Y'all just know how this is going to, listening to both sides go back and forth, it's tit for tat, tit for tat, tit for tat. And it's affecting the people in the United
And I'm about to say the problem with this tit for tat is y'all playing with our pockets when y'all doing this. Y'all playing with our pockets when you do this.
States and the people in Canada, and they just not seeming to see, what the bigger picture, what they have going on. It's like a tug of war, back and forth. You started, I'm gonna finish. You started, I'm gonna finish. And it's absolutely positively crazy. The United States is headed for a recession, and Donald Trump around here worrying about buying a Tesla car. Ooh, y'all, these are topics that I get so tired of speaking on. I promise you. Prayers for the United States, prayer for Canada people as well. Thank y'all for sipping a little more tea when ain't tea. Bye, y'all.
In breaking news, Donald Trump continues to just...
So, like I said, people, you're hearing the murmurs of a recession because of the way the stock market is doing, the tariffs are going. And so people are starting to predict a recession. We gonna see what's gonna happen. We gonna see what's gonna happen, but here we go.
Absolutely screw our...
Okay, so this is a video I was saying he just came out. He says, breaking news, Trump doubles tariffs. He just doubled them as of this morning, I believe. So Trump doubles tariffs in Canada as market continues to tumble. Will declare national emergency. I'm not sure who is going to declare national emergency, whether that's going to be us or he's talking about Canada, but it's going to be interesting couple days seeing what's going to happen after this.
Economy. This is our stock market. It has just continued to absolutely nosedive. Absolutely nosedive. And today, he posted this on Truth Social. Based on Ontario, Canada placing a 25% tariff on electricity coming into the United States, I've instructed my Secretary of Commerce to add an additional 25% tariff to 50% on all steel and aluminum coming into the United States from Canada. So he's going to double that tariff on an already tumbling stock market. What does he think this is going to do? Except...
And a lot of people right now are questioning Trump. They're questioning Elon. They're questioning the cabinet. And we are gonna wait and see what happens. Some people are already calling this presidency a bad one. We are, I think, what, 2 months in? 3 months in? Do y'all think it's too soon to call it? Or does Trump have a master plan?
His pissing match with himself. This isn't going to fix the economy he promised to come in and fix. That's for sure. Oh, and he said he's going to declare a national emergency, but only in the states that Canada is threatening.
Oh, okay. So clarification. Trump is going to declare a national emergency in the states that Canada is placing a tariff on their energy. I wonder what that does. Does it release funds?
Yep, which includes New York and Minnesota and Michigan. So, yeah. Follow for more. I'll keep you updated, but this is going to get crazy. We'll chat soon.
So there y'all have it. It's going down. It's going down. Okay. Let me move some things around. Okay, so talking about hot topics, celebrities, food, news, politics. It is time for tea at 9:07. Good eats. We are gonna get into Dr. Umar and the beef between him and his daughter. And like I said, once you bring things to the internet, it becomes our business, and we get to give our opinion because you now have brought it to the internet. And I am starting to see a lot of families beefing on the internet and a lot of going back and forth on the internet between families. And I always think that situations that involve families, I don't even feel like should be on the internet. That's something that's between you two, and it's not really our business. But once you put it on the internet, it becomes all of our business. We all get to give our opinion. So we're gonna get into the videos that I have about Dr. Umar and his daughter.
TikTok. So I just wanted to come on here with a small, short announcement. I just want to start this video off by saying I'm not trying to get clout. I literally just want to have a conversation with my father.
Let me read this for you guys. Okay, so she posted this video. It says, I am Dr. Umar's biological daughter. And they do look very much alike. And she said, I want to find my sister on my dad's side. If you see this, please reach out to me. Thank you. And it's very sad that she even had to take this to social media at all in the first place. But they definitely look alike. This is definitely his daughter. He cannot deny this.
Biological father is Dr. Umar. He has another daughter. I tried to contact him about, getting to know my sister on my dad's side. I asked him if he knows her or if he has her number. He ignored me and never responded. I'm 22 years old now. My dad has never been to anything important, no graduation, no birthday parties, nothing. He has not been in my life.
I think that is very unfortunate, and I think if you have kids, get in their life. Life is short. All that other stuff really is not going to matter. Get in your kid's life. There's no excuse to miss every birthday, every situation. And granted, this is only one side of the story. So we got to hear Dr. Umar's side. Not our business, but y'all put us in it, so we here now.
Again, I'm not making this video to bash him. I'm making this video to state facts. Okay? You can't get on Instagram and get on social media and portray to be an activist and talk about how black kings need to be with black women, but you're not even in your black woman's daughter's life. It doesn't make sense.
See, and this is the thing. When you get on here preaching and telling us how we need to act, people are going to look at your life and they're going to want to know what you are doing and what you have going on. And because you're telling us how to be, but you're not even that thing. And that's the problem that a lot of people have with Dr. Umar. He don't be practicing what he be preaching. And that's what we already thought, but then now we got the daughter saying the same thing that we've been saying, or that they've been saying.
Since you're being a hypocrite, and it's frustrating because I reached out to you. I reached out to
And he is being a hypocrite. That's another issue that we got with this situation because he been preaching all day about how black men need to be, how fathers need to be, and you have his own daughter here sitting here saying he's not that way to me. So it's you can preach all day, but why don't you practice what you preach? I heard some people saying that they didn't care what he was doing in his real life. What he said is still very true, and we're not saying that it's not true or that it is true, but why don't you lead by example and not lead by your mouth? Instead of you just talking, why don't you actually do it too? That'll really inspire people to do it. But you're not even doing it. And it's like his daughter probably felt unwanted and unloved by Umar. We're gonna hear Dr. Umar because he had to do a clapback to this video. And once you film the clapback and you hit upload, that's it. Everybody's not going to feel the same way you feel. So let's get back into it.
To you. I shouldn't have had to do that. I'm your daughter. But I'm smart enough and logical enough to know that you would never reach out to me because you don't have my phone number. And I'm pretty sure you wouldn't try to reach out to me because for what? I don't want anything out of you. I want nothing but a conversation. Forget the relationship. I really don't care too much about that at this point. I just wanted a conversation out of you and you shut me down. You ignored me. You should never be too busy for your.
And this is sad that she's saying this, that she isn't in a relationship, because she's really only 22 years old. She's not even that old, but yeah, it's sad some families be like this, but it does happen sometimes.
Your daughter ever in life. So I just wanted to make this video to just try to, I guess, somehow find my sister on my dad's side. So if you see this, please reach out to me.
And when they said Dr. Umar had 2 kids, I just assumed it was by one woman. But to know that you have 2 kids that don't even know each other and they're looking for each other, it's like not only are you not doing what you're preaching, but you're actually creating those fatherless homes that you be talking about. You're creating them. But you're so critical of everybody else. But you're living the same lifestyle you talking about.
Please DM me because I want to bashing you.
Really?
I just don't understand why you're ignoring me. I'm 22 years old and you have yet to be in my life.
Y'all know me too well. Y'all know my love for children is too strong. For any.
Here we go. He said, y'all know my love of children is too strong. We cannot tell. And it doesn't matter about what we think because we ain't your kids. We are social media. And it doesn't matter about what we think, though. It matters about what your daughter thinks. And what your daughter thinks is that you haven't been there for her. But yet and still, here you are, still worried about what everybody else thinks. But the one opinion that really matters is your daughter. So, sir, we need you. I don't even know what you're doing because we can't even say take a break from building the school because you ain't building it. We need you to take a break from social media and go check on your kids because those same families and fatherless homes and women that you be talking about, you are doing the exact same thing.
Body to be coming out the woodworks telling you they've been trying to reach me when my number has been public for 20 years. Listen, brothers and sisters, I want y'all to listen. My phone number has been the same for 20 years. So anybody telling you they've been trying to reach me and my phone number hasn't changed in 20 years,
Let me turn this down a little bit. Why is she trying to reach you and you're not trying to reach her? I don't know why, but some of our fathers feel like we were supposed to be the one that was reaching out to them. And I think that it should actually be the opposite. It should be your parent, or it should be reciprocal. But if it's not reciprocal, the parent should be the one that's reaching out to the kid. You are the one that brought them here. You know what I'm saying? Like, she is your responsibility, not the other way around. And you're going to say, hey, left hand bandit, what's up? We talking about fatherhood. But we talked about who is Lil J Casino, tariffs on Canada, the back and forth. Now we talking about Dr. Umar and his daughter. He pretty much saying she hasn't called me in all these years. I have the same number. It's your fault.
Mind you, I speak at graduations in Philadelphia all the time. I'm on the street in Philadelphia all the time. I have events in Philadelphia all the time. I got family in Philadelphia everywhere.
So you've been doing all this, but you can't go see your kids. You doing all this, but you couldn't call your kids on the phone. You should be ashamed of yourself. Ashamed of yourself that she has to come to social. Now, granted, there are two sides to every story. Y'all gonna hear some more, but I'm just reacting to what we have in front of us at the moment. You should be ashamed of yourself. You're making it sound like it's all her fault. She hasn't called you. She hasn't reached out to you. Dr. Umar Johnson thinks very highly of himself, if you ask me. And I think that we all should have a little bit of confidence, but we all should still be reasonable at the same time. He just got a lot of confidence, and you can't tell him nothing. But here we go.
And you've been trying to find me? Stop the cap now. Can we please stop the cap, brothers and sisters? Trying to build your struggle streamer career off of my back, coming up out of nowhere?
Woo! Sorry, I'm getting a call. Woo! He said, struggle streaming career off of my back. Now, this is his own daughter that he's talking about like this. And Dr. Umar, according to you and all the donations you need for your school, you struggling too. Let's talk about that. But he talked about his own daughter like that. Hey, Toya, I got your call. I'm gonna be there to get Ava in a second. And a lot of folks say Umar is a narcissist. And we got my sister in the building. We got my sister in the building. And I gotta repeat it 3 times because we talking about Umar, Dr. Umar Johnson, and he repeat everything twice. Y'all, shout out to Ava. Make sure y'all subscribe to Ava's Playtime. My baby had a competition this Saturday and came home with 5 medals. And they was trying to play my baby on the scores. In my opinion, they was trying to play her. Ava had a good attitude. She didn't get mad. She worked harder and had a good attitude the whole time. Okay, so I thought I had the link here, but I don't. But y'all make sure y'all subscribe to Ava's Playtime. The video is tagged in the chat. But shout out to Ava's Playtime. Okay, I do have this. See, Dr. Umar and the way I am with my daughter is just very different. I I am the one that reaches out to my daughter. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like kids are your responsibility. You have to make that bond. You have to want to be a parent. And he's talking some I'm going to all these speaking engagements, I'm doing all this and you're doing all that, but the one thing that you're supposed to be doing is taking care of your child. And you clearly feel like she needs to be reaching out to you.
Acting like you've been looking for me. Get Mama Smurf. When can the three of us have a sit down? I'm ready for this. I'm ready for. When can Mama Smurf, Papa Smurf, and Baby Smurf have a sit down? Oh, I'm ready for this. And I will have my white man paperwork. I will have my white man paperwork. When can we do the sit down?
How petty can Dr. Umar be? And y'all know how he feel about white people. How he feel about snow bunnies, and he pro-black this, pro-black that. But where is your wife at, sir? You got 2 baby mamas, and you're not with none of them. Where is your wife at? Show us. Don't tell us. Show us.
When can we do the sit down? Been paying child support since you damn near came out the womb. Deadbeat who? When can we have a sit down?
They said, don't tell me Dr. Umar one of these. Dr. Umar one of these, I pay child support. That's all. That's it. I'm good. Not even the case. Kids need physical, financial support. And sis said, all talk. All talk. And he out here making himself look bad. He out here, because it's like you've been building this school for years. You've been getting all these cash apps. You've been doing all this stuff, and we're not seeing any results. All we're seeing is this. Every time we look at you talking. That's all he's doing. He's talking. And so he ignores and resents his children while talking about how we need to take care of our children in a certain fashion, which I don't disagree with him on some of his points. But you are just a messenger, but you need to be living by what you feel like. Some people feel like you don't got to live by your message. Some people feel like you do. I personally believe that if you're preaching something all day, you need to be doing the same thing, or you need to shut up and don't tell me what to do if you're not doing it yourself. That's just how I personally feel about it.
Oh, child support started. You wasn't even out your mama yet. And she took me to child support. Deadbeat who? Deadbeat who? Child custody file this thick. What are we talking about? Where is Mama Smurf? What is your mama's Instagram? We want to ask her some questions. Where's your mama's face?
So now we have gotten to name calling. He's calling them the Smurfs. Mama's her mama's Mama Smurf, he daughter Smurf, he daddy Smurf. So now he done got to name calling. Y'all tell me, do y'all think this man is wrong?
Where is the mother? And none of y'all asking no questions. Lord have mercy. This is how you know that this is not about the truth. If his number.
Well, he said, this is how you know it's not about the truth because we're not asking questions. Boy, get up out of here. Don't try to put this off on us. Don't try to distract us.
Hasn't changed in 20 years. Why haven't you called for an in-person conversation? You wait until now. Why is that? Why did you wait until now? I want you to get off of social media for a minute. Stop looking ridiculous. Get off social media.
Y'all both need to go together and get off social media. And you need to go work on that school you've been scheming and scamming and lying about. And you need to go build a bond with your daughter that you've been telling everybody else that they need to get with their kids. Y'all both need to get off social media together, in my opinion.
Here for a minute, baby Smurf. Stop looking ridiculous. And I want you to get Mama Smurf. And on Thursday, 1 week from today, I'm calling you out, you and Mama Smurf. I want a respectable private FDMG tour and luncheon. Baby Smurf, Mama Smurf.
Now you know that school is not open for business and probably ain't safe to walk through. You've been building it for years, so.
And Big Papa, Wilmington, Delaware. Let's put it into this right now.
Then I'm not coming. 3,500 to 10K is my range.
Okay, so y'all saw Dr. Umar Johnson's daughter in the first video where she was all nice and was like, I just want to find my sister. I'm not cloud chasing. Well, I beg to differ, and so does the internet. After that, after she put the story out there, a lot of people were hitting her up for interviews. But she's saying that if you're not going to pay me, I'm not coming on your platform and I'm not telling you my story. And this is so the internet kind of turned on her a little bit because she started acting crazy.
You don't want to come up out the pockets? That's fine. I won't be on your platform. Y'all pay Dr. Umar thousands of dollars to get the fuck on there and talk. Y'all gonna pay me the same shit. Fuck. She the same one who.
So she thinks she needs to get paid the same as Dr. Umar, the exact same, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I just want to say, it's sad how he's been getting paid all this money and hasn't made anything happen with the school that he's been talking about.
Said she not gonna talk about it, and then what? She the same one who said not to talk about it and not to clout chase, but now she talking about it, and now she clout chasing. Smart lady, yes, I'm very smart, and I can make my own decisions. Everybody kept giving me their opinion on what they think I should do and all this, and I'm taking everything in. I'm taking heed to everything. But I'm smart, and I have a mind of my own. I'm going to make my own decisions, regardless of who feels some type of way, because it's me that's on the front line. It's me that's on the media. It's me. So y'all can tell me what y'all want or whatever. I'm still going to do what I feel like is best for me, as I should. And nobody's going to clock me for that. It's my situation. Who are you going to interview with?
So she just like completely flipped the script because she was acting quiet and kind of innocent in the first one, and now she's doing this video where she's talking back. She's sick of it's like, was she clout chasing? But one thing we can say is Dr. Umar and his daughter don't play about their money.
What's that girl name? Something K? Yeah, Tasha K. Tasha K. And like 6 other people.
Okay. So she's going on Tasha K. Y'all know what Tasha K is about, the mess, the drama, and all of that stuff. And of course, Tasha K is gonna pay that fee, allegedly, according to her, because she ain't going to nobody's show for free.
Okay, Dr. Umar, I heard your response, and I think you made it worse. Now, I am going to give you this much. I truly believe that the mother of your daughter, this particular daughter, can't speak on the other one, probably gave you a very hard time. You've been paying child support, yada, yada. Okay, so she probably gave you a hard time, and you one of those like, okay, I'm paying child support, I'm done. Okay, but here's the thing. If you was not Dr. Umar that preaches black family and broken homes, this would not be such a problem. But also, the whole video, what I receive is you putting the blame on the daughter. You saying bring the mama Smurf on in, but yet you saying I be in Philadelphia. You know where I'm at. My number haven't changed. But not one time in those conversations did you say you tried to reach out to your daughter and she didn't respond. Not one time did you say you tried to reach out as a physical being, physical father. Yes, you paid child support, but you have not spoken on you trying to be there in her life. You just keep saying, well, let's talk to Mama Smurf. Mama Smurf probably was being a but at the end of the day, especially I also heard you said you had custody. Okay, what kind of custody did you have for her to be on with you on the weekend during the holidays? What happened to those things? What happened to those days? Because if you had custody, you still should have been able to spend time with your child. And so no matter what the mama was doing on the background, you should have been able to prove that you were more than a financial donor.
And another thing is that Dr. Umar, he seems like he works for himself. He's all over YouTube on a lot of different podcasts. And so he seems like he does have free time. And so I don't understand, like, in 20 years, you ain't found no time, no extra money to go be with your daughter? That's insane.
And that you was a physical father. Once again, the problem that I have is you as Dr. Umar who speak about whatever. You're Dr. Umar that speaks on family, black love, and respecting the black woman. And once again, you have two women that you waited to get pregnant, did not protect yourself for you to decide that they wasn't worthy. You could have protected yourself after the first one.
Dr. Umar been up panhandling, soliciting, don't.
I think everything she said she is spot on, completely right, not practicing what you preach.
Take care of his kids, Negro who just panders to people and tell them what they want to hear, especially women. We've known this for years. Man, pretty much all these dudes who get on here and preach pro-black family this, pro-black family that, don't practice nothing of what they preach. And if you look deep enough into their past, it's a trail of unpaid child support, multiple baby mamas, and children who curse their name. And this...
Okay, what I would say is, like, recently on TikTok and social media, we haven't seen a lot of family members of famous people, whether sons or daughters, come out and say terrible things about the parent. And so we have seen that, and it's just shocking in some cases because that parent will be a really, big celebrity to us, a really great person, and then you hear that they're a terrible parent. You're like, dang.
This is coming from someone who exclusively dates black women. Man, all these dudes like Dr. Umar Johnson who get on here, talk about who athletes date, black queens this, black queens that. Any nigga with common sense know the play that you trying to run before you even line up in formation. You love black women so much, but you constantly keep making them single mothers and not taking care of your kids and not paying child support. You claim to love black women so much, but you won't tie your assets to one because that's the white man's paperwork. Dr. Umar appeals to insecure black people looking for a hero. A Negro who don't take care of his kids can't say nothing about the community. Nothing.
I've known Dr. Umar for 3 years.
So I agree with that part, like, about Dr. Umar is just a lot of talk and not necessarily practicing what she's preaching. The next woman we're going to hear from actually met Dr. Umar in real life. And I don't know if this is a scorned woman. I don't know what they had going on, but she got some tea. And she tells us all about Dr. Umar Johnson. And there's 3 more minutes of her interview or her tell-all, 6 minutes long. I cut it down to 3. I just took out the first 3 minutes. She went on and on. She definitely wanted to be with Dr. Umar, in my opinion.
4 years old, and this is a recent picture. We just met in June of last year, and we did discuss his children along with a few other things. We met up at Brandywine Diner on Concord Pike last year, and because he wanted to take me out to lunch, and I kind of wanted to talk about, like, just have a conversation with him regarding, like, black content creators on TikTok and social media. So while we're talking, we talk about religion, we talk about racism in America, we talk about secret societies, because that was really my peak of interest. So we first started off by talking about why he was in Wilmington again. He's always going to his school in Wilmington, Delaware, because number one, he's being audited by the IRS a lot.
Ooh, remember when I told y'all early in this live stream, I'm gonna drop some tea about Umar Johnson. Now, this is the type of friend that you do not want to have scorned, because they're gonna do a 6-minute tell all about you on TikTok, and they're gonna tell everything. She talked about how he was in real life. She talked about his finances. She talked about him being a deadbeat father. She just did not have anything good to say about Dr. Umar Johnson. I think that she wanted to be with him, but it did not go well. And so now she's telling everything.
When I first met him in 2022, he literally told me he was there because his accountant was caught stealing funds from the school. They were receiving donations for the school, and he was saying that his accountant was stealing money. So he had to fire.
I think it's funny how he blamed the accountants, he blamed the contractors because he was trying to do business with black contractors allegedly, and they all failed. So pretty much he's just saying everybody scammed him. There was something wrong with everybody. It's the excuse that he seems to be making for his school. And that's what I'm gathering. Is that it's everybody's fault. And if you notice, it's everybody's fault with the children. It's everybody's fault with the school. And this goes back to what Angela said earlier. A lot of folks say Umar is a narcissist, and it's definitely looking like that because everything is everybody else's fault. With the school, with him trying to be a father, probably with the women, it's everybody else's fault. And Angela said, I bet Umar tells a lot of lies to women he gets involved with. There was a woman who confronted him at a speaking event and went off on him. I know he does because I feel like he tells a lot of lies to us. He tells a lot of lies to the internet. And it's all starting to unravel. And people have been saying it for years. But now, as time goes on, and we're seeing the Sukihana, we're seeing all the beautiful women that he's around with pictures with, but ain't really doing nothing for the community. We're starting to see it. But let's get back into this video, y'all.
That accountant, and the IRS was asking for proof, like where the money went. So he started commuting from Philadelphia to Wilmington, Delaware frequently, just so he could be at the school in case anybody shows up and asks why the school's not done or where the kids are at or what's going on. So when I met up with him last year, he was just coming back from the school when we had lunch. I guess the IRS is still asking him about the school because it's not done. Like, he's receiving money, donations, but there's no progress with the school. If you were to go up right now to the school, like, there's wooded boards on the doors, on the windows, there's weeds.
So pretty much Dr. Umar is scamming so much that the IRS is starting to look at him because you're getting all this grant, all this donations, all this money through Cash Apps, through PayPal, and wherever else. But we don't see no school. We don't see no progress. We don't see no kids getting enrolled. We don't see nothing. But what we do see is you add another speaking engagement. Not only is he getting donations and Cash Apps, he does speaking engagements. When he goes onto these podcasts, when he goes to these colleges and universities, he gets paid. Where is all the money going? And you don't see Dr. Umar having an elaborate setup as far as when he's making his content. He'll be sitting on the couch talking. So where's all the money going?
Graffiti on some of the buildings, like, it's not in proper condition. There's no AC, there's no heating, there's nothing. Like, it's not, the school's not ready. When we were talking at the table, I started asking him a lot of private questions, like, were you married? Do you have any kids? He was telling me, yes, I have 2 daughters. One of them is a teenager and the other one is maybe 7 years old at the time. So the child is probably 9 years old. So he was saying to me that the mother of those girls, or the mother of, I don't know if it's 2 separate women or just one woman, the woman or the women are taking him to court for child support because he's not an active dad. He's not in their life, and he told me that as well. He doesn't visit them as much as he should. However, he visits his mom a lot, and she's in Philly. So I just was confused. I was like, how are you talking about being a pillar and how black men are so needed in families today, but you're not even an active dad? He was not an active father. He said it. He confirmed it. I can back this young lady up. He did say that. He was not going to be there. And on top of that, he was saying that he would like to, in the future, Every 2 weeks out of the month, go to Ghana. He practices Ifa, which is African spirituality. And we were talking about that for a while because I'm kind of versed in it as well.
Some people, I've heard some speculation that they feel Dr. Umar Johnson has more kids in Ghana, and I wouldn't doubt it.
And so when we were talking,
but that is it for our tea time at 907 Goodies. That's all the topics I wanted to discuss. Who is little CJ Casino, tariffs on Canada, Dr. Umar and daughter beef explained. There is new information coming out all the time. So you guys know on Wednesdays at 9 a.m. I'm dropping pre-recorded content. Some of the videos that we have gone over on the live streams, I'm going to release them in the video tab. And we're going to be back in the kitchen soon. And also subscribe to Ava's Playtime. And I will keep you guys updated on what is going on with all these different situations. And we should be back here tomorrow to do another live stream. I do not have it set up yet, so stay tuned for that. Leave a comment down below after this video airs and let me know what you think about any one of these subjects. It has been going down. It has been going down. Okay, so thank you guys all for tuning in today. And y'all have a good rest of y'all day. Hide the current comment. Okay, I gotta get on to my mommy duties. I'm gonna hit y'all with the outro video. I'll see y'all back here again tomorrow. And we're gonna be back for time for tea. I'm not sure what the subjects are gonna be yet, but stay tuned for that. Follow me on my social media platforms, and I will see y'all in the next one. Oh, I am your host, and this is Kitchen Talk with Chef Big Bang. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Foodiegang, gang, gang. Foodiegang, gang, gang. Foodiegang, gang, gang. This is Chef Big Bang. Thank you so much for watching at 907 Goodies. Make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you next Wednesday at 9 a.m. I'm out.